Hi everyone, and Merry Christmas. I am Kevin.
I'm Rich.
And this is the Married Life of Rich and Kevin. This is our third and last video of Christmas treats that we're going to sample. I know several weeks ago on the first video we said that we would be doing 4, but scheduling conflict and just the way that the holiday is falling this year would make it difficult to get another bunch of treats done up and another video shot. But the upside is we've sampled many, and we have 1 drink and 4 treats to go through this week. And the first is, this is definitely good any time of year. Cheers, babe. This is called a Kir Royal. And it's a favorite cocktail of ours. What it is, it's an ounce of creme de cassis, or just cassis, which is a black currant liqueur. And you put it in the bottom, about up to here. And then you top the rest with your favorite champagne, or you can cheat like we do and just use a lot of times our favorite sparkling wine. But it's not overly sweet. You've got a nice tartness from the black currant, and you get this really cool purple color going for you.
Tastes good.
All right, so we have...
It's funny because I was hoping he was going to do this one first.
We have 4 treats, 2 are variations on a theme, and it'll be interesting. These are all old world, and some have become the butt of jokes every single Christmas, and some have fallen into obscurity. So it'll be interesting to see, number 1, if I like them, and especially if you like them, because
they're not cupcakes or Twinkies.
All right, so which one do you want to do first?
Let's just start with that one over there.
All right, the first is, and it's very heavy, Fruitcake. Now this is one of my artist friends, Dorinda. This is her recipe that she... What are you laughing about?
When you said fruitcake, I was going to say, bitch.
Okay, yeah, no. All right, let's stay away from that. This is my artist friend Dorinda's recipe, and it's one that way back when she and her husband lived in California, she had a school friend of hers, and they would both make this variety. It's actually the school friend's recipe. And but what makes this one different is this is one of those fruit cakes that you typically see that run you about $80 a fruit cake, and it's 75% fruit and nuts, and usually there's some monks or some nuns that make them every year at Christmas. And reason I did this is, again, I've always, even as a kid, I've always loved the idea of fruitcake, but everyone that I've ever tasted has been horrible, and at least to me, horrible. And I know that they're still popular because they appear in the supermarkets every year, and any of you who go to Costco, you'll see in the bakery section these huge fruit cakes that they sell out of every year. So people are buying them. I don't know if people are buying them for a joke or for a white elephant gift, or if people really like it. But I've been dissatisfied with every variety that I have tried, and so the past year has been spent scouring the internet and asking people, do they know any good fruitcake recipes? So Dorinda wrote out hers for me and gave it to me 9 months ago. And I tested it over the summer, and you thought it was pretty good, and our friend Carol and all of the other people who I paint with thought it was good, and this particular one only needs to age a month, and so I had made this about the beginning of November, first week of November, I think, and excuse me, it's been wrapped up, taken out every week and brushed with brandy, and then stored in the pantry. So here we are going to cut into this and see what we get.
I'll tease and say, "Oh, you broke the knife."
Yeah. All right. Okay. Oh, there's your fork.
Don't you want them to see the center?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, okay.
Second here. Okay. And hopefully you can see here that it is all jam-packed with dried fruits, nuts, candied peel, candied cherries, and it's not all cake. So this is only about 30% cake, so go ahead and dig in here. Use your fingers if necessary. Dump it on the carpet. I'm just going to use my fingers. Logs just fell in the fireplace. That's why we both.
That's pretty good. Actually, for a fruit cake, it is pretty good.
That is good.
It's cinnamon, you have spices in it, you taste the spices. You taste the orange. The orange is really kind of powerful. You know?
You get a nice crunch from the nuts.
Yeah, it's really, I would eat this. I mean, this is
is
really,
good.
really good.
This is good.
I don't know if I've ever tasted fruit cake. I mean, I don't know if anybody actually eats them.
Well, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
So
But this is pretty good.
this is good. Okay. And again, this one has wide variety of dried fruits, dates, apricots. What else is in there? The candied cherries and the candied citrus fruit peel that I had made. I told you all about that in the last video. Toasted walnuts, a little bit of molasses, and then once it's cooked and cooled, wrap it in cheesecloth and then just keep brushing it all sides with brandy during the week. Wrap it up in plastic wrap, wrap it in foil, and then just let it age. This is good.
Yeah.
This is really, really good. So
It might be the brandy. Yeah, that's pretty good.
this is good. Okay, really, really pleasantly surprised here.
Yeah. Let's move.
Oh yes, it's got raisins and black currants and golden raisins in it as well.
No, I'm ready
so-
to move on. Just
Okay, dried pineapple too. Probably should have got the recipe out.
it's going to has everything in there.
There we go.
The kitchen
Everything.
sink.
Okay.
It has
all
it
right.
all.
Okay, we're done with this for now. What next?
Let's move to the other one.
The other one?
because we talked
Okay.
about the other fruit cake.
Yeah.
Oh, shh! I didn't give it away. Dang, yeah, it's heavy. Good thing I've been working out.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, we've got also another fruit cake. Here we are. This one's a bit darker. This is a recipe that I found online and also tested it this summer. This is a dark fruit cake. It is not burned, it is not scorched, it's just dark because it's heavy with molasses. Now, the author of this recipe had said that it was her great-grandmother's, and this one, you make it, and this one needs to age for a minimum of 3 months. And so this is another one that we tried over the summer and taste tested it, I think back in early September. This is a new batch that was made in September. This one is more cake. This is not as heavy with fruit and nuts as Dorinda's recipe is. So, you know, same item, fruitcake, different preparation, different composition, and different aging. So, let's see what we got here. Okay.
You could tell the way it's cutting and everything that is more cakey.
Yeah. The oh, here's the piece. You can see it's gotten all crumbly. The trick that I was told is to before you slice up fruitcake, wrap it up good and have it be in the refrigerator overnight, and it just makes it easier to cut. So this is crumbling apart, but that's perfectly fine. So let's try this.
This is more cakey, very moist. Like the first one better, but this is actually pretty good too.
This is good too.
Almost tastes like it has a little chocolate to it. Do you have chocolate in there?
Nope. But yeah, this one's more cakey, very moist. It tastes good. It really tastes good. I agree with you though. I like the first one the best. So Dorinda, you and your friend. And but this one's good too. I would almost, if I was going to make one again, which I will, I'll use Dorinda's recipe, mainly because the shorter curing time.
Oh, yeah.
Dorinda's needs to age a minimum of a month before it's ready to eat, whereas, so it's not as much a plan ahead as this one is, although this one is
For
it's
how
good,
long
too.
you set, for 3 months, whatever, it's very moist. It is
Yep.
pretty moist.
okay. Wow, 2 for 2. Let's see, what do you want to do now?
Let's do the one there. Yeah.
Okay, the next thing that we're going to be reviewing is Panetone. And it's an Italian mildly sweetened yeast bready cake that is baked in these paper molds. Traditionally baked around Christmas time and Easter, although you see the store-bought ones at Christmas time. Now, I first learned of this Italian bread because, Panera, years and years ago, Panera Bread, every year around holiday time would offer this cranberry walnut panettone. And reading the description of the ingredients and everything, it really appealed to me, so I tried it and just fell in love with it. And got my folks hooked on it, and every year that they offered it, I would buy a couple and make sure that my folks got one. And sadly though, Panera stopped offering it many years ago, and to my knowledge has never brought it back. And so I've been making do with the store-bought varieties that you can find at, Trader Joe's, Fresh Market, Cost Plus World Market. They're in the colorful boxes with the little handle at the top. And so another project of mine was to find a good Panetone recipe and learn to make it myself. And so again, this summer, tried a wide variety of recipes, and they didn't quite turn out the way that I wanted. But I did find one that pretty much ticked all the boxes, and that's what this recipe is here. To try something a little bit different, once the dough rose, I broke it into thirds, add different flavorings to each, and then baked them in these mini Panetone molds. But as you can see, I didn't have enough dough in each one of them, because normally it rises to the top of the mold. So I tried to stretch out 6 of these from one batch of dough, and really I probably, next time we'll just divvy it up between 4. But we've got 3 varieties here. We've got the traditional, which is with the fruit peel and the raisins, made a chocolate hazelnut one, and then a cranberry walnut one after the Panera one. So what flavor do you want to try?
Whatever that is.
I think this is the traditional one.
Okay.
Okay. All right. These paper molds you can find on Amazon if you want to try making your own.
So once you use the mold, it's done.
It's done, right. Okay. So this looks like it's a cranberry walnut one. You can see the inside there. And
Now, is this a dry?
it's really not supposed to be, so.
This one I
Flavors,
don't
the textures are wrong on this, so
taste doughy. Tastes like bread mixed in with berries. It doesn't taste like a cake.
well, it's supposed to be a little bit sweeter, a little bit lighter. I think what happened was, yeah, texture on these is all wrong.
And the moisture content is about the same level as the bread.
So, oh
I
crap.
don't care for that one.
All right, gonna call this one a misfire. I think what happened was I think I overworked the dough. After I got the second rise out of it, I think my mistake was thinking that I could pull it apart and fold ingredients into it, and I think that I overworked it, because it's not soft and did not get the rise out of it that I wanted. Again, I have a 75-80% success rate with yeasted dough. Smelled good when it was baking. So I think when I fix this again, because I don't believe the recipe's at fault, it's the baker. Yeah, I know. Do you think Paul Hollywood would give me a handshake for this?
No.
No. Okay. Might retch in a
Well,
car.
I don't know. I mean, he's British, so who knows? This might be up his alley.
Okay. All right. But
They like everything seems to be crunchy and
yeah. Well, okay. Well, this one was a bust, and but I think the next time I fix it, I will just fix, one flavor and put it in the big Panetone mold and call that good. Well, crap.
oh well. Let's move on to the next one.
All
We
right.
have 2 other flavors.
Yeah,
We'll do that one first. We'll do these since you're already talking about them,
All right.
and then we'll jump into the last thing.
All right. So let's see.
We gotta hurry up before I run out of alcohol.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what this one is. All right. This is going to be messed up too. This looks like it's the.
Is that the chocolate,
Yes. This looks like. No, wait a minute.
or is that the raisin?
I think this is the traditional one.
Oh. So what was the first one?
Cranberry,
Oh.
walnut.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny, no. I don't know if it's the flavor content of it, even though it's still a little dry. I like it better than I like the first one.
Yeah. This is the traditional one. This one tastes the way that the traditional one is supposed to.
It doesn't taste. It's funny because it doesn't taste as bready as the
That
other
one?
Even though he went and he made it all together, and then he separated it into these molds, so it all came from the same batch.
Yeah.
Other than he added stuff to it. Maybe you didn't work it as much. I don't know.
That could be. But yeah, the texture's still not right on this one. The dough needs, or the bread needs to be softer. But the flavor of it is bang on. You get the raisins and the peel were soaked overnight in Grand Marnier, and so you've got all the traditional flavors. So that's
Which makes me wonder: did they go through a lot of alcohol back then, or what?
could be. All right.
So my kind of.
Yeah. This one is going to be the chocolate and hazelnut one.
It'll be interesting if this is really dry because of chocolate.
That could be. No. This all just didn't work.
It's funny, like I said, it came from the same batch. This doesn't, and the second one, I don't know if I just got a berry or whatever.
Flavor-wise, the second one's the best. So.
And it's still on borderline tasting like bread
Yeah.
more than anything.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be bready. Oh well. We'll call that one a bust, and I will just continue to work on my technique, and we'll see what happens. Now, the last thing that we have is mint.
Did you talk about this one before? Like
What?
in the last video that we were going to be making this?
Yes.
Okay. I thought
Mincemeat tarts, and this is the homemade mincemeat that I mentioned in the last video that has a pound of diced lean beef stew beef in it, and along with diced apples and raisins and currants and spices and candied peel and everything. This is what mincemeat was becoming as spices and dried fruit became more readily available. Whereas nowadays, if you can find mincemeat pies or tarts at all, it's pretty much all fruit. So we'll see what we got here.
No, I have not tasted this.
And again, if you don't like it, you are not obligated
Well,
to eat it.
Gosh, let's go to a smaller piece. That's a large piece.
There's the inside there. They're very rustic looking.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Not bad. What do you think?
Not bad. The interesting thing is, it tastes like a fruit pie. You don't taste meat at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, it's not savory. It's really not sweet either. It is.
I'm trying to think of a pie that it resembles. I think the closest would be more of, to me, in between. Does it have cherries in it? Because to me, it would be more in between the apple and a cherry pie kind of thing mixed together type of thing. flavor-wise. Do you think?
Tart cherries, yeah, I get that. And it does have apple in it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just the form of the apple and how it all
Could
molded
be.
together, but
This is pretty good. It's a short crust, so I don't think there's any sugar in the crust. It's just butter and flour
okay.
and some salt.
Now, did you make the crust or did you buy and then you cut it up?
No, I made it.
Oh.
That was a joke. I couldn't find a rolling pin, so I used a bottle of olive oil as my rolling pin.
It's in the bottom of the oven. The bottom
The one place I didn't look. Okay, sorry about that. I like this. I don't know if I would want a full slice of pie, but one of these
the little bite
tart-sized
things,
little
yeah,
things is
quite doable. Maybe
yeah.
it might get a little overwhelming if it was a whole slice of pie.
right.
Not like my pecan pie that is all gone.
But this turned out well.
Of course, I'd make them one tonight for your mom and dad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm going to call the mince tarts a winner.
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I can probably do it as long as it's this size. If it was a slice of pie, it'd probably
Be a bit
get a
overwhelming.
bit too much.
Yeah, but it's the filling is firm. The filling is firm. It's not sweet. I mean, there's a mild sweetness to it. It doesn't taste like you're eating beef stew with apples in it. But hey, this has got protein in it.
Yeah,
So all of you people who are workout buffs, if you get tired of your power bars and your protein bars, here we go.
That's
Here's
totally
a
healthy.
substitute.
No sugar.
Yeah, all natural, high protein, and but okay, that's good. I'm glad. Again, this was an experiment, and I'm glad it turned out. So anyway, it looks like we've got
That is about it.
yeah, and we've got definitely Dorinda's fruitcake that is
About time to
walk away
go.
winner. Oh, time to go and get a refill. Okay, well. That's it for the Christmas treat videos. We'll be posting these, and not only on our YouTube channel but also on our blog. And the next videos, we're going to be talking about
How we met.
how we fell in love, how we ended up having really a 2-year courtship period.
Yep.
Kind of the way things went was we met, we started seeing each other. It was about 2.5 years before we moved in together. And then we got married a year and a half
You're
after
going
that.
all the way into this. We're talking about this later.
Okay, we will be going into the details on this later. So until then, everybody take care. Have a very Merry Christmas. And we'll see you soon.
Also, if you want any recipes to any of these things, comment,
Yeah.
subscribe to the Married Life of Rich and Kevin blogspot.com. But if you want any recipes or anything like that,
Yeah, just let us
we
know.
look forward to your comments.
Yep.
All right?
So everybody
Have a
take
Merry
care.
Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.